Cults don't start with chains. They start with trust, with friendship, with an idea so powerful, so comforting, that it becomes your only truth. By the time you realize what's happening, it's too late. Your thoughts aren't yours anymore, and your identity has been rewritten. But what if you could see the signs early? What if you could break the pattern before it takes hold? Tonight, we analyze the psychology of cult mind control, the hidden methods that have been used for centuries to break, manipulate, and rewire the human brain. So let's break down the anatomy of control. So let's go to part 1, the 6 stages of cult psychology. 1 is the hook, or the illusion of belonging. Cults don't start with fear, they start with acceptance. You're made to feel special, unique, and chosen, and there's no pressure at first, only a welcoming community. This is called love bombing, a common psychological manipulation technique used in both cults and abusive relationships. Step 2 is the isolation, which is cutting off the outside influence. Once trust is established, you're slowly separated from the outside world. Family, friends, and even personal beliefs are seen as threats. The cult begins to redefine your reality, replacing everything you know with their ideology. Then there's a psychological warfare analysis. This is known as information control. The more you rely on the cult for truth, the less likely you are to question it. Then they get you on fear-based. This is step number 3. The next stage is fear. You're told that leaving will bring punishment, exile, or even death. Cults create external enemies to make you feel safe inside. Fear becomes a weapon to maintain loyalty, and many extremist groups use this same tactic, convincing members that the outside world is evil and dangerous. And then we have number 4, the identity erasure. You are no longer you. Your name, your past, your personal identity, slowly erased. Cults often change members' names, control how they dress, and dictate what they eat, believe, and say. Once your personal identity is gone, you are fully dependent on the cult. Survivors often describe this feeling of losing themselves as if their own thoughts were no longer theirs. Then we have step 5, the submission, obedience at all costs. This is the final step, total control. You no longer question orders. You exist only to serve the cult. Many members will justify or even commit atrocities because they believe they are acting for the greater good. This is the same psychological conditioning seen in the extremist organizations, radical political movements, and militant groups. And then we have step 6, the trap, and this is why people can't leave. Even if members realize something is wrong, leaving is almost impossible. Financial dependence, psychological conditioning, and fear of punishment create a prison stronger than bars. Some cults threaten violence or use blackmail to keep members in line. The average cult member takes 6 to 8 attempts before successfully escaping. So, how do you recognize it? Do they try any of these techniques on you? Do they try to isolate you? Are you made to feel special? Do they use guilt or fear to keep you in line? And are you discouraged from questioning leadership? Do they demand total obedience? If you answered yes to these, you may be in a cult right now. So how to escape? How do you escape a cult? Number 1, recognize the psychological manipulation. Understand that the cult programmed your thoughts. Their power over you is based on psychological conditioning. Step 2 is to reconnect with reality. Start secretly reaching out to those people outside the cult. Read books, watch movies, and consume media outside of the group's ideology. Step 3, build an exit plan. Cult leaders often retaliate against those who leave. Plan your escape carefully. Seek legal protection if the group is dangerous. Get professional help. Step 4, get professional help. FBI deprogramming specialists and therapists can help rebuild your independent identity. It is possible to break free, but you have to take the steps first. And then here's the final message to you guys. Cults don't just exist in isolated compounds. They exist in political groups, corporate structures, online communities, and even personal relationships. The key to escaping is understanding, and the key to understanding is seeing the truth before it's too late. Have you ever encountered a high control group? Drop your story below, and you can send us an email at vaultfileschannel@gmail.com for your story. You can also follow us on TikTok and Instagram for other exclusive content. And if you like this video, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification so you get reminded of our future videos on this channel, which are every day. Thank you, and you have a good day.